there, and welcome back to Cuckoo for Books. I'm Salva, and today we will be doing a book review on one of my favorite series, the Prophecy series by Ellen O. So this is my third time rereading Prophecy. I read it the first time I got it, and then I read it again when the second book came out, and now that I finally have the third book, I am rereading the entire series all over again. It is that good. It's a high fantasy, and unlike most high fantasies out there, this takes place in the Eastern world with Eastern culture. Most high fantasies take their influence from England and the European countries, and this one takes place in a sort of fantastical version of Korea. That is one of my favorite things about this book. Instead of Western mythology, you get a lot of the Eastern mythology and animals and legends. The story of Prophecy revolves around this demon slayer named Kira, and she was born with a special talent to hunt out demons, and because of that, she's been ostracized by the society she lives in, by her own uncle, the king. Even though she's been accepted to train as a soldier because her father and her brothers are all soldiers, and because she has that special ability, she's still ostracized by the army or by the people around her because she's a girl. She's not allowed to advance in the ranks because of who she is as a demon slayer and as a girl. Aside from demon hunting, there's also a political twist to the story. There's an invasion happening throughout the 7 kingdoms. So there are 7 kingdoms, and Kira is a citizen of Hansong, so that's one kingdom. And one by one, all these kingdoms are falling, and all these kings are being murdered. And they feel like it's all to fulfill this one prophecy. So there's the demon lord, and it's supposed to be a descendant of this ancient king who's supposed to defeat the demon lord, and one by one all the descendants are being killed off. So Kira is the bodyguard of her cousin, the prince, and the prince is a direct descendant of the king, so now she has to take him and flee to safety. And being a cousin, she and her brothers are also descendants, so they're also in danger. So there's a lot of political intrigue going on when they try to go to other kingdoms for help. Other people won't even want to help her because she's a woman. It's a lot exciting. One of my favorite things about this book is the family dynamic that Kira has around her. She's ostracized by the citizens of her kingdom and people in the army, but she's surrounded by the most loving family that you could possibly imagine. She has 2 older brothers, and what I like about this story is that instead of the 2 older brothers saying, "You can't play with us," and "You're a girl and you are too weak to be in the army with us," her 2 older brothers are so supportive. They're just like, "Yeah, nobody mess with our sister. She'll kick your ass." I just find that so cute, and instead of that usual story where she's not allowed to join her brothers and in becoming a soldier, and her dad doesn't approve of her being a soldier, her whole family is like, "You are strong, you go do what you gotta do. You could be the strongest warrior in this whole kingdom. Support." And oh, I just love that sense of family in the story. The book itself is really short. Like, for a high fantasy, it's really thin. So with that page restriction, the story just goes right off the bat, boom, boom, boom. It just takes you from one adventure to the next, and sometimes it's a bit, wait, let me catch my breath before they whisk off and enter this whole other adventure. At least it's not boring. Another thing that I really loved about the novel is Prince Taijo, and he is the person that Kira is supposed to protect, and he's this adorable 12-year-old. Their dynamic reminds me a lot of me and my cousin Anton. Hi Anton. He's my younger cousin, and when we were growing up, I always just felt so protective towards him, and he was like my baby brother because I'm the youngest in my own family, so he was like my little baby brother that I could play with, and at the same time I'm like, do not touch my baby cousin. There's this sort of parallel that I could see with Kira and Taijo, because she has to really protect her cousin because Prince Taijo's like the heir to the throne, and he's just this adorable little boy who was someone who was given too much responsibility way too soon. You could just tell he's gonna grow up to be this amazing person, and yet he's not like a super weird 12-year-old who's just serious. There's a lot of screw-ups he makes in this book when you're just like, stop being a kid and stop being a whiny brat. One of my favorite characters in the book is Song, and he's supposed Seong. I don't know how to pronounce his name. But he's sort of like the comic relief of the group. He reminds me of like a human Olaf from Frozen. He's just so sweet, and at the same time he's not like the bumbling kind of idiot that's like such a trope. You know, you've got the hero and the bumbling stupid sidekick. He's just this sweet guy who just loves food, and it's like, You a guy after my own heart. One of the highlights of this novel is definitely the cast of characters. It's not, while the summary makes it sound like it's all about Kira, there's a whole gang of people going on adventures. This is a really great book. Do I have to say that? Do I need to tell you that I like it? I've read it 3 times. But for fans, I know the author herself is a fan, and reading it, you can clearly see the influences of Avatar: The Last Airbender in it. So if you're a fan of the TV show and The Legend of Korra, then definitely pick up this book. I would say if you're a fan of the movie, but I don't know anyone who's a fan of The Last Airbender movie. That is it for my prophecy review. If you guys liked it, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave a comment below, subscribe, follow me on all the things down there. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, both at Cuckoo for Books. I will see you guys next time. Bye!